Hello. Hi. Welcome back. Welcome back to some more Durance by Jason Morningstar, the Space Australia simulator. We are playing a questions of power and conflict between the seedy underbelly and the authority on this. What was the name of the planet? That never even came up
The
yet.
planet is
New
New
Colima,
Kalima.
New Colima, and the name of our place is Port Job. On our character development and scenes for our background for the past hour have just been stellar, and now as we get into our last hour, let's see how things start coming apart at the seams, and see what happens. Do you remember whose turn it was to be guide? I think it might be
I think I
Leavington's.
just
Yeah,
was good.
yeah. So I think it's Leavington's turn.
Yeah.
All right. Um. God. I want to see Docker's like plan with like the special gas masks.
Mm-hmm.
Like what's his end game, right? What does he plan to achieve?
Okay.
Supposedly, like they jack the breathing mask so they can not be gassed,
Mm-hmm.
and then they took hostages, but for what purpose? And then like they either still have hostages or it got resolved somehow. I guess we're there. Like they're in this sinking palace, and like
Yeah.
where do we go from there? What does Dr. Waycox want?
I pictured the hostage situation as being further in the past.
Yeah, I thought that was just like a insurrection that got quelled.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know, like
Well, yeah,
because of the mass, right? Like a
yeah. No,
figured
if we
it
want,
was something similar, but
no, let's establish that, right? I'm cool with that.
but
So like, there's like an entourage, like so
I
Dawker
mean,
has an entourage. Like you can, as the guide, you can say, I want to see a scene with Dawker and his entourage, and like it's true.
yeah. Like I mean, I'm seeing Docker in the Singing Palace. Maybe he wasn't part of the
Yeah.
hostage, but
No.
that's like the place to go for bolters.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Oh.
and
So the
like
sinking palace is outside of the wire, right?
yeah,
Okay.
Okay, so
um,
is there with him his entourage?
yeah, and let's make Irvin also be there, and he's in on the plan.
Oh, cool.
Oh, Irvin is totally in on the plan.
Cool. So I think there's like a quick little flashback to before the start of this scene, and we see Dawker. It's the same night. Like it's a couple hours or a couple minutes after Dawker and Prue meet at
Okay.
like our last meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's like that time, like the eve before we steal the breather masks, and I think we see like so the old scene we saw the camera followed Prue out of the building, but now we're following Dawker and where Dawker
Yeah.
goes, and we follow Dawker to who meets with Irvin, and says, "Sir, I think or Prue is on board with our mission. I think we'll be able to pick up those stolen supplies with ease."
Excellent. The
Nice.
supplies will be of great help to all. But I'm not gonna do that voice for the next like hour.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
that
but
would be
it's
annoying.
wheezy. Yeah, it's very like feeble. And so I think Docker looks at you and it's like, me and my men, we don't question you. We too believe that there was a supply ship that crashed beneath the sinking palace. That there, I know it's going to take some effort, but I want you to know that we're in this for the long haul, and with these masks, we'll be able to survive out there long enough to get to those supplies. We will finally have that utopian place of rulership that you've told us about.
Prue, your dedication to our cause should be a symbol for all. I am truly, truly thankful that you have come here to aid me.
It's Stalker, but yeah.
Oh gosh, I got it mixed up.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
So I mistook you for your brothers.
I know. No, we look alike, a lot alike. I think it's weird that your lungs are like dead and I'm smoking. But...
Yeah. I've got to. Yeah, I think my mask now has changed. It's like huge. It's much bigger than it was before. Like when we first, when we last saw her, it was sort of, a normal kind of bare minimum mask. But now it's much more heavy duty. They're really big cylinders.
Here's my question to you, for you. Does it still say Prisoner 0002 on it?
I think it does.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it does. But maybe there's.
I wasn't sure if there was it's an option for a symbol of defiance or something like that, where it doesn't have it on it or something.
No, I think it does. I think at this point he's proud. It's sort of in the back of my mind. Every resident of the colony has a number, and when you're in prison, it's just your prison number. People don't worry about it when you're authorities. So when he was made a convict, they just took his number, which was 2, because he was the second in command when the ship first arrived. But that's just sort of
got it. Awesome.
But it kind of answers my question already, so it's kind of a short scene. So they want to go to like a crash ship and then make a settlement outside the compound.
I think I think something to do with the book. The book shows that there's like hidden supplies somewhere that were like sent like before we got there as sort of like break glass in case of emergency kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome, but that kind of answers
like something that as the governor of the place would only know about, which is why like it hasn't been discovered.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah, I love it.
If it is indeed real.
Yeah, if it is indeed. Yeah, totally, right?
Right. But that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so it goes to me. Oh boy. I want to see. Oh my god. I want to see if Prue will rat out his brother or kill an innocent civilian.
What?
So the scene is Viola, so the governor, with the help of Tim Marr, helping back him up. Prue is like rounded up in the middle of the night by prisoner guards led by Sergeant Tim Marr. Maybe at this point he's lieutenant, but I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
He gets rounded up, and I think you hear something to the effect of we need to know the whereabouts of your brother, and we need to know now. What do you know? And like you're like rushed over to like some like secure like room, and like you're surrounded by like 4 guards or so. And you hear a voice over the intercom, but you don't. It's like nobody. It's Viola via intercom.
Yeah, and Prue's like, you can't do this. I'm a free citizen now.
Once a criminal, always
anymore.
a criminal.
Yeah.
Shut up and answer the question.
I served my time. I did my time. I was acquitted after my time. That's how it works.
That may be how it works out there, but in here, the only authority that matters is mine. And the voice up there. Answer the question.
Fine, you won't. Look, I'm really hoping you would cooperate with me right now. I really don't want to do this. She says in a very monotonous voice, like she's totally lying, like she just also doesn't care or about what it is. Okay, so
He's like, just let me out. I don't know where he is. He's a convict.
Right. You hear a button. You hear the intercom come on again, and like there's a long pause of silence, and then you hear a bring in the subject, and you see a couple other guards bring somebody clearly like human, like a guy size, like adult. I meant man by instead of human, but whatever. So yeah, he has like a burlap sack over his head, and he's like, what's going on? Why are you doing this? Like I'm a free citizen. What are you doing? And oh my god, actually this is even better. You hear over the intercom, Prue, you're going to tell us the whereabouts and what you know about your brother. And like that's it. Like that's all you hear. You just hear like you're going to tell us the whereabouts of your brother. Like so there's this guy with a burlap sack, guard surrounded by guards. Tim Mars next to you. And you're just in this room.
Yeah.
Obviously you see where this is going, but like this is the situation right now.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Maybe he like doesn't believe quite that.
Yeah. Like this yeah, like she's going to do this, right? Yeah.
And Prue is like addressing, like rather than the intercom voice is like addressing Tim Mar and the other soldiers. It's like, this is insane. This isn't law. This is tyranny. Like these are
the
not
fate of the entire Port Job is threatened, right? Like according to Article 4, Statute 1, during times of duress, the colonial government has given me authority to create martial action or whatever to justify the defense of the colony. You will tell me your brother, your younger brother, is a threat to the entire colony. His punishment has gone evaded long enough. You will tell us what you know right now, or this subject will be executed. The decision is in your hands, Pew. I think she doesn't even call you by Prue. She probably calls you by your old prisoner number, like your convict number, which is your regular ID number now. Right?
So I think at that moment, Tim Mar just pulls out his service revolver from his side and opens it up and loads a single bullet in the chamber.
Yeah.
Slams it back shut and then puts it down on the table.
Oh, well, can I suggest something?
What?
No, I think you're going to be the one who does the shooting.
Oh yeah, I do too. It's a gesture for emphasis.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, got it. Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure you were going to hand the gun to Prue. I was like, no, if he doesn't answer, you are going to be the one who shoots this guy, and it's going to be Prue's fault for not giving out the information. Okay. Oh yeah, this is some like Bourne ultimatum shit. Like this is.
God. All right.
Do you rat out? Yeah, you rat out your brother, or do you let this innocent suffer? You have 30 seconds. 069 or 0069.
I think he'll rat out his brother, man.
All right. What do you?
His oath is strong.
Yeah.
Like he like turns his head away from like the gun and the thing and like shuts his mouth. Just doesn't want to look at what's gonna happen.
Now my question is, does Viola shoot that innocent guy anyways? Have him ordered to get executed? In a manner of if you tell anybody about this or whatever, right? Or No, I don't think she does.
I mean, Viola's oath is to never abuse.
Yeah, that's not abusing her power. This is like a Well, this is what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to get at the point of this is a situation where she has sort of like total executive authority, like it's like martial law, and like how quickly that can get abused.
Okay.
Right. And like she's using this as an emergency. Like she knows something. This is like maybe a couple days or whatever following the incident, and the masks were stolen, and there's been no like tearing up or anything. So she's like shaking you down, and like they're very drastic about it. Like they know like we know we're planning something, and like blah blah blah. So what exactly do you tell her?
So he tells her where they meet up, because it's like at this regular place, and he tells her about the book, even though he doesn't know what it says. Like it's still a thing that he has.
Yeah. No. I think you don't. She doesn't say it in the intercom or whatever. It's like shit. So they have the manual, right? And like that's probably it. That's probably a good spot to end the scene. Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Jesus.
Excellent. Awesome, guys.
Oof. And then like,
so your oath is upheld. You never kill a man.
Yeah. I was
For
wondering
now.
if you were
For
gonna
now.
shoot the guy, because that was like opposed oaths, man. It was good. So whose is it? Bradley's?
It is mine. I'm trying to decide how best to make someone break their oath right now. See, I think it's time to see the heist itself. I think we've maybe danced around it long enough, and I want to see the actual thievery take place.
Sure. What's there?
So I think Dalker and Prue are obviously there, and there's a truck, and I think Irvin is also there, though maybe not obviously.
Not in the foreground, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
not in the foreground.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it starts with however Prue chooses to distract this truck.
Yeah.
And what I want to know, I think what I want to know is, how did the heist go wrong?
All right. So we're in like this strange place, and Prue is like looking at like signs and stuff, finding his way, and like he's supposed to know where theoretically the truck will show up, but he's never been there, so he has to like look for the place.
Okay. So I think you get to the so. Do you want to like play with the truck drivers right now, or because I have an idea that happens after you successfully do some stuff? Because I think I know where I want to take this.
All right.
But if you don't want to, if you have an idea, I would rather roll with what you say than just cite whatever I'm thinking.
No, that's fine. So Prue like flags down the truck, and like they stop because he's in like normal people clothes.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, I'm like," and like he like.
You're like, buddy, what are you doing in the road?
Anything. And he's like, I'm like lost. I've never been here before. I took a wrong elevator or something, and then it didn't come back. And like, I don't know where I am. Can you help me out? I'm supposed to be in block 3F.
Oh, for fuck's sake! And he like radios in, like, operator, we're gonna be 2 minutes late. There's been an altercation on the road.
Whoa, altercation, man! I'm just asking directions.
And like you see like the guards like get out, and they're like, step away from the car, sir.
Yeah. And he's like, all right, all right, all right. And like maybe it's like in his memory of like the last time guards showed up and they manhandled him and threatened to like kill people in front of him. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh no, that's after. Hold on, that's actually that scene happens after this one. Yeah,
Yeah, like a couple days after this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the shakeup after the ramifications of tonight.
Oh, all right. Sure.
Um,
But still, maybe he's just paranoid about guards because he was a convict, right? So he's like,
yeah, it's more than
super
reasonable.
shaky and stuff, and then like maybe he
Super
seems
reasonable.
shady.
Yeah.
He seems like super shady
Well,
because he's all like,
we live in a society that's like run by almost constant martial law, right? Like,
Yeah.
of course you're skittish under the threat of Marines.
yeah.
So I think the Marines obviously bring out their stun batons, and they're like, they're like, sir, submit. What is your code? What is your number?
My
What do you do when they say submit?
my freak like and he goes on his knees and like maybe like the automatic.
Yeah, like the
Prisoner
execution.
in
Yeah,
the
prisoner. Yeah. And what do you
And
say
he's
that
like,
you're a free?
but
Do
he
you say
says,
you're a
like,
former
my
convict?
free colonist number is, and then like rambles off his
Yeah.
prison.
Oh yeah. So like I think so. One guard has the stun baton, right, and the other one has sort of like the transcoder, and types in your numbers and stuff. It's like former convict. And I think the one says just like Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah,
God! No,
former.
what it is? No, the other one is
Not anymore.
I know. Slight addendum. The one that says this one is Mitty, Corporal Mitty,
Right.
on this mission, and says or I guess she puts in like it's a former convict, and I think the one holding the stun baton says, you know what they say about convicts? Once a convict, always a convict. And then I think oh boy. I think oh, what?
If I can add a suggestion, maybe MIDI at this point says, hold on, maybe we better run this another time. And I think that at that moment, when there's that distraction, we get a view of Irvin, who's sort of off to the side watching this, and he smiles. And then maybe we see what Dalker's up to.
I think I need to roll for part of this outcome for me.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that Dalker ends up things fall apart and has to shoot his way out, inadvertently killing people. But I want to see if something like this could change. So what's going to happen is the guide of the scene is going to choose 2 dice and re-roll them. So 2 out of those 3 dice.
I'm going to re-roll the servility and savagery dice because I want to keep savagery as a possible option here.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm just going to roll 2d6, and the first one's going to be servility and the second savagery.
3 and 3.
Yeah!
So that's a tie, right?
It's a tie and an event.
Yes. So now I have to look at the book. So when there's a tie, if any 2 dice tie, the normal rules apply. In addition, some interesting new twist is added to the scene. Consult the event list, page 110. So we tied on 3s. I think we roll a d6, or yeah, we roll a d6. This is perfect. Why shit gets fucked? Oh, sorry, guide, you roll. I messed up. You roll. Oh my god. Oh my god, you got the epic event.
Oh, wait, is that how it works?
I think you're supposed to take the number on the die that you didn't roll.
Oh, is that what it says? Are you sure? Because the epic event sounds amazing.
Epic event does sound amazing.
So the epic event, as written, says, yeah, like, very much like stun batons and combine. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. That's what I was thinking of for the guards. Totally, the combine. From Half-Life. Thank you.
Oh, the epic event's perfect.
I know. That's why I think I'm. So we're supposed to use one, which is death amid violation and agony. Instead, I think we're gonna go with what the role says, because that's more fun, right, guys? Are we cool with that?
This is our story. I think we
Yeah,
can.
it's our story. All right. So it's the epic event. How about you want to read it for us, Brandon or Bradley?
I would love to read it. Epic event. Creeping madness.
Yeah.
Something is driving people insane. Who is it affecting and how? Is it something in the air or the water? Or is it the pressure cooker life in the colony that is causing it? Can it be stopped, or will it spread until the entire colony collapses into insanity?
So, so I wanna ask you guys. I wanna pose it. Do we have an idea of what is causing the insanity that we want to run with? Because I'm thinking it's just going to be the almost like the something maybe ignites it here that's real, but the ramifications of this just sort of like explode off each other like a crazy chain of events. What do you think? What do you guys think?
All right. So my idea is that Hearth isn't just a convict thing.
It's an actual
Marines.
drug.
The Marines are also way into that shit.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean, that's why what's her name? Vela doesn't get prosecuted or persecuted because the Marines need it too.
I was even imagining that almost everyone has it,
Yeah.
whether intentionally or not. Like it's just in the air supply now.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a smaller amount, but it's starting to affect everyone.
So, like, should there be like an alarm that goes off at this point about like the air quality is changing, or something like that, or is that too on the nose?
I don't think so. I think one of the guards is just like fuck this shit, and goes for it.
Goes for what?
Goes for Prue.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
So once a convict, always a convict, and proceeds.
Once a convict, always a convict. And then maybe you see like
you hear Corporal Mitty like try to plead with the guard to like, hold on, like, come on, he didn't do anything, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter, and he just goes on him and just starts like beating the shit out of Prue with a stun baton. I think at that moment, I think we see Dawker show up, and oh yeah, okay.
So I think Docker has to like choose between saving his brother or getting the ship, right?
Oh, he has to. Well, yeah, okay. Oh, this explains why you're captured. Yeah, no, he leaves you there. Dawker completes the mission.
He just leaves your ass. Goes back to Papa Irvin.
Yeah, you're sorry, man. Oh, totally, that's what happens. Dawker sees you, so like he's like ushering all this cadre of escapees, right, or like whatever, and he's like he sees you. He's got a gun. He has the opportunity. He has the shot, and sees you like getting beat up, and like he could do this, but that would like risk him, like getting out. And so he looks back at the people he's trying to save, and it's like, and doesn't, and like he has like the gun there, and he's like ready to shoot, and it's like his hand's shaking, and he just puts the gun away and fucking goes, no, it's nothing, let's go. And like we gotta complete our mission. So.
Damn.
All right. Good. Okay, I think Leafington is up.
Yeah. So, in the face of like clear, like insurrection happening, how does and like she got the report of the truck being heisted. She got like testimony through, and maybe she's like with the captain of the Marines and like the other officers. Maybe Tim Mars now officially lieutenant. and he's there. So how does she want to change the law so she can quell this insurrection once and for all?
So how will Viola?
Her power,
Oh,
she can change her
duh.
power, so she won't
No,
have to.
this is how it's done. She declares martial law, Article 4, Section 1. She has the current captain of the Marines executed for treason, for letting this happen, and having those the stuff get taken. The guard masks and stuff get taken.
Yeah.
So they're executed, and promotes Tim Marr as captain of the Marines to oversee her will.
That doesn't seem like a very lawful execution. So did Viola break her oath?
Kind of like, so the way I don't really see it as a breaking of her oath. I think she's just responding in a very drastic way to this infraction. But
So is this in Viola's mind? She cannot possibly break her oath because she is.
Oh yeah, I mean, do you agree, Bradley? Do you agree she's breaking her oath? I could make the case like totally, right?
In her own mind, probably not.
Yeah.
But by any rational definition, totally.
Well, think about how she I think about how she got into power, right? Like she took over and like she usurped power, so she's paranoid. So like she clamps down on any sort of dereliction of duty, any sort of like problem, like doubly hard because she's paranoid. Mm-hmm. So no, I guess she does abuse her power. Let's go with it. It's near the end of the game. Let's see what happens when a thing gets changed. So
it justifies Tim Marr's promotion as well, because when you break an oath.
So you get promoted, captain of Marines. Awesome, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, so that makes sense. So my oath is that I will never abuse my power. I break it, and when I break an oath, I promote you. That's going to be like one of the changes, right? Like that's you move vertically.
Yep. So for
someone
chat.
breaks an oath, yeah. So for chat, so chat knows. Oaths and breaking oaths are at the heart of Durance. If your character breaks an oath, their personal story is nearing its conclusion. When an oath is broken, the player of the oath-breaking notable must immediately choose one of the following options. A notable, not necessarily the oath breaker, changes position on the ladder. A planetary survey or colonial record assessment changes. So remember those 6 lists that we were cutting things off? That could be modified. And then the last part is a unique drive for the game changes. So the drive that was unique for our game was freedom, but that could get modified. So what I'm choosing here is a notable changes position on the ladder, which is Captain Marines. Once the choice is made, the Oathbreaker is no longer a notable. As guide, don't ask any more questions about these characters. Players can still play Oathbreakers, but they should fade into the background of the story. That makes sense.
Cool.
Fucking awesome.
So, Viola gone mad with power.
Yeah, cracking down on this. Which makes sense, right? Like it's congruent with how she's treating that subject, right?
Yeah, she was already a person who was like prone to doing that.
Yeah, now, right. Yeah, and
it's
now
just hit the tipping point.
And now you could say that maddening is creeping into her, right?
It's almost like there's some sort of dangerous creeping madness. All right, so is it up to you,
Eric?
To
me, yeah. So I want to see a scene. I was thinking about using thinking about a scene with Rogan and how she could possibly break her oath. Will never take orders from anyone. So she has to take orders. Is Rogan with Dalker and everybody in the do you think she's out there with the Dalker and the Renegades in the sinking palace?
Yeah, I think she might be with.
Maybe.
Or do you
maybe
think
now
she
shit is
left?
going
Or do you think
down.
she's still? Do you think that her refusal to take orders means she's still hanging out around um, Port Job?
Maybe now shit's going down. She like retreated a little bit because, like, she usually keeps a pretty tight leash on the convicts. But if the guards are running wild, like, she can't stop that.
Yeah.
And she's not so dumb that she's gonna take on the fucking power armor stun batons, like, with shanks made out of, a dead guy's shin bone. Like, she's smart enough to not do that shit. So she probably went to Sinking Palace, and like maybe like anyone of any real.
I was really hoping you didn't go to the Sinking Palace. Okay.
I mean, like, we don't have to be there yet, right? Like, it could be like.
No, I was gonna offer you a choice. I was gonna offer you a really, really, really hard choice, but that won't work anymore. Okay. I need help coming up with
and she doesn't want to hang out there. She still needs to get, set everything straight.
Well, I think that everyone is going to converge very quickly on the sleeping palace.
Yeah,
I can imagine Viola ordering Tim to take the rest of the guards and just go finish this once and for all. They know where they are.
Yep. That's what
Dalker
it is.
and Irvin are going to be there.
Yep. I think oh fuck, that's exactly what it is, man. Just like since we're getting close to the end of the show, it's exactly like the start of the show. It's the scene where now Tim Marr is in control and just receives the orders to gas the compound, right? And like storm in and take control, right?
Okay. So are we like just outside the sleeping palace?
Yeah.
And Tim Marr is there with his.
Yeah.
Is Tim Marr there and
using
there, right?
Yeah, using the information from gained from Prue's testimony. You guys go in and you know he's at the sunken palace. You know what part of the sunken palace he's going in and like hold himself in, because I imagine the sinking palace is probably rather labyrinthian.
Yeah.
So
okay, is Mitty there as well?
Yeah.
I think she's there. Okay. So I think we see all of the guards sort of in their full battle dress, and I think we get a kind of lingering shot at their air tanks, and then over to Tim, and he's got like his fresh insignia rank is sort of on that he's kind of fumbling with at the same time he's sort of checking his like gas dispenser. And he just looks out over his men and he says, "The situation is dire."
What are your orders? Says Corporal Mitty.
"Our orders are simple. Stamp out this insurrection once and for all. We will deal a fierce blow to all insurrectionists, and they will come back in line. We will have law and authority in Port Job once again."
Captain, you know that they're not coming quietly. You know they would rather die than come back.
"If they would rather die, then we will oblige them." And then he
is, and I think Mitty. Sorry to interrupt. I think Mitty was going to stammer a little bit and be like, "So, is that an order, sir?"
Corporal
basically, like
Mitty,
kill him. Yeah.
Corporal Mitty,
Yes.
we are going to take the gas in these canisters, and we are going to send all those insurrectionist bastards back to whatever god they believe in. We're going to do it because it's the law.
Yes, sir. And she salutes and gets back in line, and then it gets her. Yeah, like so, like they're in like SWAT gear, right? Like they're not in like the normal combine gear. of the
Right.
guards. Like they're like wearing like better military. Cool.
Yeah.
So what's going on inside the sinking palace?
So inside, they have like the military gas masks.
Yeah.
So Rogan is like equipping whoever is best suited to fight with them, and like giving them speeches, and maybe Vela is like, handing out like, all right, you guys just take a last huff of hearth, and then you can make it through this. And I think as soon as like the gas like starts coming in, like they run out into the gas, and it's like kind of foggy, and it's like this Gangs of New York kind of thing, where it's like in the fog in the square, and it's like just bloody mess of like people being battered and shot and stabbed and that whole scene. And I think Rogan will find Tim in that chaos, because it's a story.
Yeah. What happens?
So
yeah, Rogan definitely finds Tim amidst fuck it. Amidst between. I couldn't make the pun.
So she's like, Tim, and she calls him by his like Marine number, right? Which she did with like new people in the thing, and it's maybe like from way back when Tim was a wee private. Like she did that. And he's like, send the end is for all. Before you get promoted again, go even more mad with your power. And, like, charges him with like well, I guess she doesn't have a weapon anymore. It'd be great, and like tries to like wrestle off the gas mask off him while he's in like riot gear and stuff like that. So what does Tim want to do?
So I think Tim is taken aback at first, and then he sees her, and I think it like triggers something in him as he sees like someone he used to idolize and look up to, and like had a part in putting this woman essentially away for not doing what he's here now, and then sees her near, and like something's not jiving right in him, and I think he's taken aback, and I think Rogan definitely like sort of wins the initial confrontation, and maybe even gets his gas mask off. And he sees her, and he just says, "You
traitor!
This is all your fault." Traitor, and then 6 spins exactly. But I think he just this was your fault. None of this would have happened if you just followed orders.
Fuck you, Tim. We all have a right to live, and you have your right to die. And it's like strangling him through the gas.
Do we?
Like it's weird. Like he chokes her while he's like supposed to breathe in poison gas. Like I'm not sure if she thought out his plan.
Yeah.
Or her plan.
I think that, yeah, I think Tim like starts to fight back, but then, I don't want to go too deep into what's actually going on in his head. I think you can tell that he starts to fight back, but then he kind of stops and he looks at her and sort of coughs and isn't moving, but he like reaches up towards her face, and then he dies.
Fuck.
I think that's all there is. I don't think he could fight back in this situation.
What about Okay. So what happens with Irvin Jax and stuff in here?
We don't know, man.
Right? I guess that's someone else's scene, right?
I think that's the next scene. And if you don't mind, it's going to be, I guess, Irvin and Docker.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think the scene is deep inside the palace, but we can hear
the
the sound. Yeah, we can hear the sounds, and you've got the Type 2 mask, and Irvin has got his special.
Yeah, his special mask. Crazy mask.
And
yeah.
We're by an enormous machine, and there's like heat rolling off of it as it's boring into the earth.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's the rock
melter in play.
Yeah, definitely.
And he just
like you hear over the roar like we're almost there, and or like supposed to be there. And what happens?
And I think Irvin turns to Docker and says, "Docker."
Yeah, and I'm like probably like using the rock melter.
Docker, before this goes any further,
okay,
there's something I want to tell you.
Yeah, and he looks at you.
Stalker, let me ask you a question. What do you think of all of this? Hear them shouting out there? Hear them dying? See the guard come to gas us like I said they would? What do you think?
The world's fucked. That's what I think.
He says, I think so too. Do you see any way? Would supplies down there really solve this?
No, but we could fuck them, and we could just live here. That's the dream, ain't it?
So, I think Irvin looks over and he says,
I'm very naive.
That's the dream. The only way we will be free is when the authority and their goons are gone. When they no longer can abuse their power. They're all up there, you know. All of the important ones, at least. Tim and his Marines. By now, the governor will be half mad.
What do you propose we do?
Docker,
mm-hmm.
There are no supplies down there. But there is something.
What?
Why?
What? What is it? What do you mean there's no supplies down there? What did we just do this all for? What is down there?
Freedom, Docker. We did it for freedom. Down there is several thousand tons of a poisonous gas that will go straight through all of their filters. But not mine, and not this one. And at this point, Irvin, moves his hand over, and there's a different, a special mask. And he says, all you have to do is take this mask and keep drilling. And all those bastards will be gone. We'll have enough supplies here with them gone to last for decades.
Oh yeah, no, fuck that. He definitely does the I think he's like he emotionally powers down after those words and realizes how much he's done. He's like, I gave up my brother for this. I gave up everything for this. And you used me for your freedom.
We all use people all the time. You used your brother to get here, didn't you?
Yeah, but I'm gonna make things right. Enjoy your freedom on your own. And I go, and I head out and go join the fucking foray up there, leaving my fate to be shitty.
Jeez.
So, I think that's what I do. One final act of defiance. I don't take charity from anyone.
Yeah, you wouldn't take my charity.
No, I don't want to live forever with you. So so I think we have an epilogue. Do we I want to know, does Irvin successfully drill through and release the gas, killing everybody?
You know what? I want to leave it in the fate of the dice.
Should we? Okay. That's also good. I was thinking, yeah, I was also thinking we could just leave it open-ended and say, screw you, viewers.
All right,
Screw you, fellow players.
we could have a short scene of what everyone else is doing, and then, you know, if this were a TV show, it fades to yellow.
Oh.
And everyone debates about it for the next 3 years.
So you want to roll?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, 1 to 3. Gas.
Did you just get another set of 3s?
Yeah, I just rolled a 3 again. Yeah.
So you got another pair of 3s?
I only rolled 1. The other one was from before.
Oh, okay. So 1 to 3, you do gas.
Yeah, he releases the gas.
All right. So, Leafington, you want to have an epilogue? You want to do the epilogue of like what happens after the gas is released? As sort of like our closing scene here? Or do you just want to leave it open? Or is
like the gas kills everyone, right? Like
I mean, does it kill everyone in the sinking palace? Does it kill the whole colony? I assume it kills the whole colony, but like
And not necessarily.
I think our epilogue scene is like a marine in like marine-ish outfit, but like definitely different from all the ones we've seen before. So they must be from somewhere else. Just like walking through like this
like the next team
wasteland of like all these crash containers. Like there's water everywhere. And then like through the hallways of like these boreholes, and there's like no one there, and then you know. You go by just like the governor's office, like as the final shot, and there's like Viola is like, you know, on her desk or something, and is also just like super dead, and so like the only dead body.
Oh my god, awesome!
Viola never left her desk.
Yeah, no, like actually, I don't like the idea of even seeing Viola's body. We only see like a silhouette of it, like slumped in her chair. Right. Like we never see actually Viola.
Like you have to infer it's Viola.
Yeah, you do, because like there's like an intercom, like her fingers on an intercom or something, and it's just dead.
Yeah.
Shit. So good. Yeah, face down. We never see her face for sure. So, that was episode 5. That was Durance, guys. Wow.
Real cheerful stuff.
Yeah. Man. Yeah. Bradley, what's your gaming experience like? Do you play a lot of story games?
I do play a lot of story games. Okay. I don't know. Probably pretty standard. I play, you know.
Fiasco. Yeah.
Yeah. I do like Fiasco though my Fiasco endings do not usually end in kill 'em alls, to be honest. I'm really quite a cheerful person. It just seemed appropriate. I don't know.
Yeah. This seemed. Oh man. I felt like this was a really good group. I felt like we really jammed today. This was a really good, really fun game. I played. Sorry.
I enjoyed like our first hour being about like kind of establishing things, but then like we had the creation hour, and then the establishing hour, and then the last hour it was like, how can we fuck each other's votes?
Yeah,
because that's like the real game.
It embodies story games so well, in that story games are like, here, let's build a bonfire and then light it, right? Like that's very much how story games go.
Yeah. And I think it's very well set up for that exactly. And then I think like with some practice playing this game, you'd get like really quick into like messing people's oaths and like moving around the ladder.
Yeah, you could easily get into this further. I think the first time I played this game, it was far more into like the Law and Order and like Marines Tribunal kind of stuff. I've only played this game. This was my second time playing it actually. So like this was a lot of fun taking this take here. I'm surprised with 3 people and like how little we had to go with. everything felt really good and really connected. Like for me, in a way, this felt in like more like a movie. Like in a lot of ways, this felt really good. We had some really good scenes.
Yeah, I had a ton of fun. I know that when I play these games, I always picture them in my mind from a movie. Like I'll frame the scene and
Yeah.
what we're seeing. I imagine it kind of playing out that way. I don't know. It's a story. It's fun.
Yeah, definitely helps.
I'm not sure like about the uncertainty triangle. It seems like really cool and interesting, but should we have been using it more? Is it like anytime we're like kind of stuck is like let's go to the triangle, or is it like you want to play it out? And like we had some really natural scenes of like this is gonna happen. Like it feels cool.
Yeah, there's
we also had some scenes of like where it was like, should I be?
Oh, we just lost you. Oh, that's the saddest thing I've ever seen. I don't know where he's going. But I do know that.
Gassed.
Yeah, that damn creeping madness. I think the reading the dice definitely. I need to give that part of the rules another look over.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see if there's other options of using it. But yeah, like anytime you're not sure of something, I think you can resort to the dice to give you a direction. So and depending on which ones you read them in clockwise power, based on the situation, and they're supposed to kind of point you to how things should be resolved.
Right. I think part of the issue is that we get such a grasp of like who these characters are, and we made them so driven by their oaths that it was just they weren't things that they were likely to do. Like it was usually like, oh, obviously he's going to. He's not going to do that. There's no question about it. So it just didn't seem to come into play that much. But I don't know. We could maybe, if I played again, I might play someone like a little more morally or flexible, maybe someone without such a strong idea of where they were and what they were doing.
Yeah. You did pick a very, very stick in the mud, to use that expression.
Yeah.
But yeah. Sorry, Leavington. Rip internet. So I think this game could also work really, really well. I said this earlier to our players, but it would work really, really, really well for like Battlestar Galactica. Like if you did everything instead of on a planet, you did it on a confines of a ship, which is basically you just describe a planet in a way. And like limitations there, and they're sort of like the witch hunt for Cylons, that they don't exist, but like you're looking for them, and so like you have that sort of structure. That paranoia, like that could work. You could do this. Like I feel like this game structure could do a lot of different things. What do you think?
I really tend to agree. I think it's it does well things in which you have like two, sort of a big dichotomy between two big structures. I mean that's really set up. That I think what really drives the system is that there's a dichotomy between two different kinds of power and two different and then a strata of levels of power.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this game is very, very good about defining power and questioning what is power and who has it and how does it work and what do people give up for it, right? And yeah. So in a way, it's kind of like Apocalypse World in that, like, it's about scarcity in communities and what people give up and what people have and what they won't bend on, which is interesting, but it's just framed in a different way. I cannot wait to play this game again on Wednesday.
Yeah, and I cannot wait to watch. I'll be following along with that. That should be a great time.
Yeah, and I know the camera's busted right now because Leafington left, and well, whatever. The show's basically over, so that's gonna be it. So Bradley, thank you so much for coming on the show, man. As a first timer, thank you so much. We played really well together. I think you and I had some really, really, really good scenes.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I had a great time being here. I was a little anxious the first time, but I figured, it's just a story game. It's just friends sitting around telling stories. Had a fantastic time. I hope you're not too sore that I killed everyone. And
not at all.
Here again.
No, yeah, I would love to have you again. So that will do it for me tonight. And I'm sorry, I get Leafington. I'm sure has awesome words to say too. Leafington, I loved you on here as well as always. So much fun having you on the show. So I'll be returning, streaming tomorrow from 7 to 11, playing Darkest Dungeon. And then Once Upon a Game returns on Wednesday at 9 p.m. With more Durance. Only I'm going to have Spike Maw, I'm having Kelsa, and I hate it, but I don't remember the third. Who is it? Spike Maw and Nick. Nick's returning again. So we'll have a game of 4. So that'll be fun. So thanks again, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this game and this rendition of Durance and Once Upon a Game. Take care, everyone. Have a great night. Sleep tight. Don't sign up to go to penal colonies in space.